Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Mortuary. I am the Mortician, and today we're doing one of my favorite genres, Death Doom for beginners. If you don't know what death metal is and you don't know what doom metal is, you're going to be lost this video, more than likely. I'm sure most people have a general sense of what death metal is supposed to be and have a general sense of what doom metal is supposed to be, but I'm going to be referencing probably some of the bands that are found in both of those videos, so I feel like it would be wise of you to check those videos out because I will be using terminology from those videos. I just don't want to go over it again. I'm fat and I'm lazy. Look at me. I don't got time to repeat myself. The Gradient. The first band on The Gradient, a lot of people might not call Death Doom exactly, and they probably be right, because that's kind of the point. I'm not going to throw you into the 60, 80, 90 BPM stuff right off the bat. Depressie's Grand Magnificence. Okay? This album is a very, very fast-paced at times melodic death metal album. It is positively pulsing with energy, but most of this album, I would say probably a good 60 to like 70% of this album is slower in tempo, but they have those kicks right to the fucking face with the melody. The first song on this album is a perfect example of that. It opens with what you would think would be a complete ripper track, and it is. But it's not a ripper in the high-speed, high-paced sense. This is actually something perfect for somebody who has no idea what to expect, but has kind of an idea of what mellow death is. The next band we get into, this is where we kind of lose melody and we get into the weird shit that I like in Death Doom. The next band we have is Disembowelment's Transcendence into the Peripheral. There are too many moments that will be represented from this record into the next. This is, in my opinion, the razor edge between death metal and funeral doom, like Death Doom and Funeral Doom. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot more intense. In this, you'll see exactly what I mean when I say it's a little bit more weird. There's a lot of cleans and a lot of ambient things going on with a lot of reverbs and a lot of space. There are blast beats throughout this thing that are just insane. Some of the most crushing riffs you'll ever hear. Slow, powerful, but will roundhouse kick you in a moment's notice. And next we have Evoken's Embrace the Emptiness. This album to me perfectly summarizes what Funeral Doom ought to be. Very, very infrequently does the tempo ever pick up. And you might be asking, that doesn't sound very interesting. What's going on that makes this album so good, in your opinion? It's the subtleties found within the slower tempos. So, for example, you might have a guitar that's kind of just like in the background, but the layering is what gets it. So you might have that, right? But you might have a very floaty, reverby, clean, not necessarily bright, but warm-toned guitar that kind of goes over top this very aggressive, very slow, punishing beat. And then they'll also layer in keyboards and melodic, almost, I want to say leads. Yeah, they're leads. They are obviously leads. There's no other way to put it. But it becomes a thing of layers. And that's what makes Funeral Doom so good, is that it's built wide and long. So now I'm just going to throw records at you. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm just going to say some stuff and give it a brief summary. Cool? Cool. First we got Dusk, Majestic, Thou Art Ruin. This is a beauty. This is one of those records that, honestly, there's no other way to put this. This just crushes, dude. It just crushes. It's the way, even to the point of its mixing, dude. It's one of those albums where it showcases how mixing can really affect and bring something together. Next, we have Unholy, Second Ring of Power. I opted for this because it's a lot easier to listen to than the first I Find, but I prefer In the Shadows. It's Funeral Doom. So I remember how I talked about the layering? It's the same thing. These guys are weird. They're very weird. And that's why I like them. This we got Thurgathon, Stream from the Heavens. This is No Frills Funeral Doom. A lot of people, when they first hear this album, I feel are kind of put off by it, but I feel like everybody's second listen, they appreciate it. This is one of those albums that you really can't listen to once and have an opinion on, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, which is the correct, factual opinion. Thank you. Winter Into Darkness. This is it. I love it. This is like how death metal demos should be mixed. Like, this is an album, but this is how that grimier, nastier, filthier, muddier sound should sound. This album showcases so much beauty in Death Doom. Next one, Decomposed. Hope Finally Died. Dude, it just rips. Next and last, Chernobog's, self-titled. I want to take a moment to talk about this because this album is so sick. You're telling me you put a saxophone in a Funeral Doom record? You really? Dude, fuck yeah. And you did it well, bro. Do you see this? You did that shit well. Really like it. I've been a fan since I first heard it. Absolutely fantastic. And thank you guys for watching. Check out all of these albums, or you are a wimpy boy. Peace out.